Hey everybody, it's Lex Marie here. So this purpose of this video was basically more about me and how my psychic readings work, the process of it, my services, things like that. And including my homicide cases. I just wanted more clarity on things, and I don't have a website right now. And the reason why I don't have a website is because, oh goodness, this thing was supposed to be good, to be a nice little. I don't even know why it's not. Okay, is that good? This is stupid. Okay, hold on. See, I try to use new things that these millennials use, and it's just, okay. All right, so I don't have a website right now, and the reason why I don't is because I was using one for booking, and it was just too many like technical malfunctions, and I prefer to be more personal. Right now, while I'm not having... I'm having a lot of people, I'm having a lot of traffic right now, but it's to where I can handle it. So there's no reason for me to have a website at this moment. And I'm not technically savvy. I even had a friend of mine that does stuff like this. So I made him my personal little social media coordinator until I kind of figured out, how to do things and stuff like that. For now, it would just be email, and I'll talk about that later. But so... first, and I did write everything down because you know that my voice is all over the place, and I used earphones because there's a little bit of background noise, so I'm sorry if you hear that. So I did write everything down just to kind of touch base with everything that I wanted to talk about today in the reading, or in the video. So my psychic readings and my services. I do have my psychic readings. I have that, and I have, oracle card readings. I have chakra cleansing sessions, which are done in person. And I am going to be doing pentacle readings, which can be done over the phone as well. Pretty much everything via telephone, unless I've also done it in email. Like I've done psychic readings in email, and then I'll basically give them like a transcript in detail of written of everything that happened, what I said, what I did. And that's in the case of if somebody can't, talk to me over the phone because they're scheduled or whatever the case, and I'll work with you on that. That's not a problem. I've even done it over text message. That's not the point. You don't have to be around or anything like that. It's just, I still will feel, you and what you need and your intention and things like that. Right now the pentacle readings are upon request, only because pentacles are very, I'm very strong with pentacles, and it's either a yes or a no. So it's if you're ready for a yes or a no answer to certain things. And sometimes I don't get anything with that. It just depends on if the person's ready. It depends on a lot of different things. So it's upon request right now, and I'll go deeper into that later on whenever I get more organized as far as the pentacles go. So my readings have been affordable for a long time, ever since I started. Before I started doing my YouTube cases, which is about 2019 in January sometime, I was doing readings, for clients over the phone and things like that. They've always been affordable, and the reason why is because I always feel like even though you can't afford it, because, there's people that are double my age, and they're charging double my price for half of what I do. And I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right now. The only reason why I would up my price is if it was too much traffic for me and I had to pick and choose who I was reading. And that's not happening for me right now. And I'm able to handle it because this is all that I do right now is my psychic reading. So I'm okay with that. I will say that all my readings, all my services are under $100 for a reason. I believe it's affordable, but I also want you to know that it's also a trade. Whenever I do readings in session, any kind of session, it takes my energy to read you, and I put my heart into it. I put my heart into everything. Just like whenever you get that little gut feeling of that withdrawal or that deposit or whatever you're giving me that comes out of your account, it's a trade. That was your hard-earned money, and this is my hard-earned gift. This is something that I do. So when it comes to that, I think it is a trade. And so, no, I don't do free questions, because that is my energy, and you are taking my energy for free because you think it's okay for the people that have asked. So no, that's not going to happen. It never will. I'm not that kind of person. And if you really want healing and you want that process to happen, then no, it's not going to be free. I wouldn't expect for my healing to be free if I knew someone could help me. And I would expect, for you to think the same. So with that being said, I don't want you to email me, and I'll give you my email later for that, but I don't want you to email me and tell me what you want out of this session. What I want is for you to email me whenever you are ready to book and have that money in your account, because I will send you an invoice via email. After I send you an invoice via email is whenever we can talk more about the session. Because I get so much traffic in my emails about random things that nobody is expecting for free. And it gets to the point where, you know, I have to just sift through it. And it hurts me because, you know, I know those people need help, but at the same time, I'm not free. I don't do things. I'm not going to waste my energy on people who don't think it's worth it. And if it was worth it, then you wouldn't ask me for free. Do you understand what I'm saying? And it's not to be mean. It's not that I'm just wanting it for money. But you need to come to me when you're ready and whenever you have the means to do so. So only email me whenever you are ready, whenever you have a set day and time or around the day so we can choose a time to book. Once you let me know and email me, I will straight send you an invoice. And I want the invoice to be paid that day once we book. If that does not happen, I will cancel the invoice. Simple as that. And you can just email me whenever you're ready. But I don't want to hear anything extra until I know that the trade has been made, if that makes sense. And that's only because, like I said, the traffic and, you know, it's a lot on me. It's a lot to see all these things every day and all this and that. As far as emailing me for, like if you see a picture of something that I described in prior, like a homicide case or a missing persons case in my YouTube channels, email me anytime. You can message me on my Instagram, on my Facebook, or whatever, and we'll talk about it there. That's not a problem. Because I really, really appreciate when people actually send me like screenshots of what's going on and what they've seen that reminds them of what I've said, and that the people that are actually searching, which I've had before, is people actually searching, they'll call me and they'll be like, hey, I seen this, you know, let's keep going. And I've had cases I've already done on YouTube, like Andrea McDonald, Savannah Spurlock, Kelsey Burr, that have been on point. Shanann Watts, with Chris Watts' case, on point. It's not that. So I love the screenshots and I love this and that to help keep me going so I can continue. It's like, you know, it's like a continuing the session so I know what to go further into, if that makes sense, because a lot of you have looked into it. Let's see. So when someone messages me and says, will you give me a free question to prove that, you know, you're the psychic for me? No, I'm not going to do that. Reason why is I know I'm a psychic. I'm not an idiot. I know I'm a psychic. And if you want proof, then you can just look. I mean, you can just look at my YouTube channel, and eventually when I have a website, I will have all my clients say good things about me and what I've done for them. So before that happens, go ahead and look on my YouTube channel. Look at the dates that I've said things versus the articles versus the news. You know, it's common sense. So don't ask me those questions. Just go look and you'll see proof for yourself. And I don't, you know, it's kind of wasting my time when you do that. Okay, so with psychic readings, I connect with past loved ones. I connect with, I can read you while you're live and talking to me. We can read each other. I will read you if you want to go into like, you know, the roots of the problem or the roots of why you are the way you are. Or if you have problems with, like me, if you're intuitive or you need help kind of structuring, that's what we will do. We will talk just about you, and that session will be just about you. Or I also talk to animals that are living and have passed. And sometimes it helps with animals that are living because the owner wants to know, like, why is my animal acting this way, or what can I do to make them feel more comfortable? Because sometimes sheltered animals that have been in shelters are abused, or sometimes they act out and things like that. So what can I do to make it better? Things like that. I will, you know, we'll have that session for that. And I can also read other people. Not to say that I like to do that because it's not with their consent, but I will never say anything that would violate them, if that makes sense. So if you wanted to know, you know, why is this person acting this way, or what can I do to make it better for them, or, you know, it'll go into you, but it'll also go into them, because I'll end up reading them if they're a part of your life, and it'll probably get popped up. My psychic readings are very unexpected, and sometimes you could have the session for you, and it could have been just for you, but then your grandfather will pop up, and I will talk about it, and that's just what will happen. You know, whatever you need for healing will happen, because everything that I do is the intention is love and light. I don't do anything dark. So, it's only for you. So everything that I get is to heal you. And all my clients will say that too. It's like, wow, I didn't even know that was going to happen, but I needed to hear it for some reason. And that's just how it goes. So chakra cleansings are done in person. The reason why they're done in person, and a lot of people will do them, you know, over the phone or however they do it, in in distance, you know, regardless over the phone or not. I do it in person because I also read you, and I can read your chakras. I can tell what's open and what's not. I can tell where the actual problem is versus, even though, you know, whenever you do a chakra cleansing, it's very, it'll unblock any kinks in your energy system that you need blocked, regardless of the intention, regardless if you know what it is or if I know what it is or not. So, but I do like to do it in person because I like to make it personable. I like to feel like you have that personal, I guess, experience with it. But other than that, I mean, I do like to, I guess, yeah, do it in person. So I guess if you want to know more about chakra cleansing, you can go ahead and read up on that and then see if that's something that you like to do. And I'm based in Houston. I will accommodate, you know, I would hope that, you know, if you wanted to see me in person, then we would figure out a way for me to get to you if you wanted that by me. But there is other, you know, chakra cleansing people. It's called Reiki, or, you know, however you want to call it. A lot of people call it different names. But I just call it chakra cleansing because I use my work for it. So, let's see. So I do oracle card readings, via phone call as well, like I said, which can also be done in person, but, Houston is a big place, and I have too many supporters and clients that aren't in Houston, so that's not even a problem. That is more for like a specific question or circumstance, and sometimes I do it complimentary. It just depends on what I'm called to do for during the session, but it's more specific, but not so broad, I would say. So, no, I don't contact the dead, or any past loved ones, anything like that whenever we do an oracle session. And it's more for, I guess, you. And you can read up on that more. I do not use tarot cards, and I will not. It's my preference not to use them. I feel like it's a more of a darker energy, and that's your preference. Whatever psychic mediums you want to use, it's your preference, but mine is oracle cards because I use my gift to also, you know, use the cards because I know my cards and what they're meaning and what they're saying to the person that I'm reading. So, so I'm not knocking the tarot cards. I just don't use them. Yeah, everything I do is, I mean, I only use the sun and the moon, love and light, and and tarot cards are not that to me. It's oracle cards. So again, I don't do, I don't connect any of your past loved ones for that. That is psychic reading. So, but if you want both, because that's such a good thing, I always tell people, psychic readings, we will go into depth, and then the energy, the energy that I use for the oracle cards will in turn validate everything we just talked about to give you more of a like, okay, bam, yes, continue. So I like to do that towards the end of the session. I do have a price for a combined session, which is kind of like a discounted price for both versus it being separate charges. So, okay, so YouTube readings I do for free. And the only reason I do YouTube readings for free is because it's for the lost ones. It's for the ones that are like homicide cases, for cases that are now going that need help in searching a body and things like that, because I can connect with them. Sometimes it's a little bit harder for me whenever they've just passed. People talk about, I've heard about the 6-week transition or the 6-month transition of, Oliver, I know you're not getting attention right now. I know. Lay down. I will love you in a second when I'm done with this video. My animals. Whenever I have time and energy to do the readings for the cases that I put on YouTube is when I do them. Because they're free, you know, I try my hardest, and there's so many people that have so many missing people and so many people they care about, and I understand that, and I get so many emails, so you have to understand how hard that is for me too. So know that I'm trying my hardest, and know that I don't mean to, if it feels like I'm ignoring you, I'm not. It's just that I get to the ones that I can. So the reason I post on YouTube specifically is for the voiceless, okay? Okay, so, and this is another thing that I've been told plenty of times, so I'm going to go ahead and address it. My readings are not and will not be scary. They're not scary. And my clients are always less scared when we chat. Because I talk to you like a friend. And I think it's really important to talk to you like a friend. Because I'm a normal human being. And for psychics or mediums to act like, oh, I'm so perfect and full of love and light and I just don't do no wrong and I know everything. No, I don't know everything. I'm 26 years old. There's things that I know that not 60, 70 people, year old people still haven't figured out. And I'm grateful for that, but I'm still young as well. So I'm not going to act like I know everything. I'm human. And if I don't know something, I'm not going to lie to you. My readings are never any kind of opinion. It is always what I receive. And I will never lie to you or my client when I'm reading you for your entertainment or for you to feel better. No. If you haven't noticed, all my clients, I mean, they will tell you I'm straightforward. And if you don't want to hear it, then you shouldn't have asked for the reading. I mean, then you weren't ready for it. But most of them, they were ready for it. They just needed to hear it from somebody to be validated. I mean, my clients are awesome. Every single one that I've talked to at the end, they're like, whoa, like, that was not scary. And you literally, it's like I'm talking to a friend. And it's so crazy. And, I smoke, I drink, I curse. I mean, and if you curse for a living and you want to talk and chat and we have a psychic session, let's go for it. I am down for whatever you want to do because I'm here for you. That is my purpose, is to do that for you, to help you heal, whatever makes you feel comfortable. So we will talk like friends all day long. I tell people sometimes my personal stories so they can relate as well. I'm very much of an open book to my clients who take that time to show me that I'm worth the psychic session that they paid for, period. So I do ride or die for my clients. I do ride and die for my people and my supporters. Everybody tells me whenever they first meet me that there's something different about me. They didn't know what it was. They're not sure what it is, but it's just something different about me that they're not sure until I tell them that I'm psychic, and they're like, oh, okay, that kind of makes more sense to me. And they just, couldn't pinpoint what it was. So I will have story time. And when I say story time, I will talk about more of where I got to where I am, how I figured out I was this and how I was that. I do want to do later on little questions that I can answer that I see, questions that I know, because like I said, I'm still young and there's a lot of wisdom. And I can imagine when I'm 50 something or whatever, how much wisdom I'll have. But until then, if I don't know an answer, I won't give you an answer because I'm not going to lie to you. But if there's a question that you have, put it on here, and maybe one day I will make a video and just talk about what you've given me, the questions, and then I'll answer them, and then hopefully that you see them. So we can call it story time or tea time, and then you'll see that video come up. But I want to do it more when I have more of a following, and so more people that need that healing will see it, and more people will see the video and see. Okay, I'm so sorry, y'all. This is ridiculous. Okay, I'm trying, but that's why I'm not technically savvy, and that's why I just record. I don't even edit anymore, really. Honestly, I don't. It's fine. Y'all get it. And most of y'all that love me don't even care if I ramble, so whatever. So I just wanted to do that video so y'all would understand someone like me, later on. But it won't happen now. It'll happen later, but not now. But I just want to let you guys know that, again, I love you guys, and if it wasn't for you, I would not be doing these homicide cases and putting them out there. And there's cadaver searchers that have contacted me, people that are looking on their hands and knees for people that tell me, give me more, and I'm trying, and I do my best. And the only reason why I continue on YouTube is because you guys support me. So don't think that you're just, lost in the dust. And I comment as much as I can, and if you think that I'm doing this for money, let me tell you something. YouTube is not making me that much money like you think. I make more money elsewhere, so it's not even about that. It's about the missing people, because I am the voice for the voiceless, and I will continue to do so. It's just something that I'm called to do. If I wasn't called to do it, it wouldn't be happening right now, and I wouldn't even be making this video. There's a lot of people that depend on me and are inspiration and make me feel like I'm inspirational to them, and they tell me that, and it means everything to me, So I love y'all so much, and I feel all of your hearts. Every single one that comments, every single one of my supporters or comment every single time that I make a video, I feel your heart, and I appreciate you, and I'll always be here for you, regardless. Even if I end up stop making YouTube videos one day, I will always be here. That's not the point. Your hearts are pure, and I love you guys. And for the haters, baby, I'm from Houston. My family don't play that. So quit saying you're gonna beat my ass or whatever you're gonna do. To be honest with you, I'm in Houston, and if you want an address, just let me know. Otherwise, stop commenting, because you're trolls and you're little, like, soldiers, little keyboard soldiers, and it's kind of annoying to me. That's the only reason why I go off on you, and I'll continue to go off on you, because I would do it in person, too. Everybody that knows me as a friend knows that I will do the same. But sometimes it's, like, not worth it, because you're kind of annoying on purpose, so I just, like, leave you be. And sometimes I don't even see the comments, because they'll be put in spam, because it's so annoying. So, just keep that in mind, too. Otherwise, I mean, really, I wouldn't be doing this without you guys at all on YouTube. So, but I'll continue to do it. So all you have to do is email me at LEXXMARIE, LEXXMARIE, Intuitive Healing, INTUITIVE, Healing, HEALING, at gmail.com. So that's LEXXMARIE, Intuitive Healing, at gmail.com. Email me whenever you're ready to book and have the money to do so. That's whenever I will send you an invoice. After I send you the invoice, then you will receive a personal message from me, so we can get the goal, the intention, and the booking part, so we can figure out when we're going to do it. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching. I was rambling. Sorry if I repeated a few things, but I really needed to make this video, I feel, because a lot of people need to more so understand what's going on and how I do things before I make my website, before it's easier on, you know, on both of our ends. So, yeah, you guys haven't... God, my ring. I made it a long time ago whenever I used to make crystal healing jewelry. It's made out of volcanic rock. So whenever it bumps into things, it'll give me a concussion if I accidentally hit myself. But I love you guys. And I will chat with you guys soon.